welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys enjoyed yesterday's Met Gala Best Dressed video. I have a second part to that video coming tomorrow, but today is my Met Gala Worst Dressed video. So I did this same video, hold on, I don't like the angle of the camera, there we go. I did this same video back in 2019 for the last Met Gala. So I thought it'd be fun to do it again, and this year, with the theme being so open to interpretation, it did leave room for a lot of just really not great looks. And I want to clarify one thing before we get started. Well, a few things. First of all, I'm not saying, I know a lot of people said it's a bad theme. There's others that didn't think, by the way, hold on, I'm getting so sidetracked. There's no hair here. This is a shadow from my hair. So let's ignore that because I don't know, it's driving me nuts. It looks like a hair in the camera. Anyway, a lot of people were saying there's a bad theme. Others were saying it was a good theme. I think it was too much of a open to interpretation theme. In the previous years, obviously the theme leaves a lot of room for creativity and interpretation, but it's a little bit more clear and people truly understand it. Whereas this year's theme, which again, in case you forgot, it was America, a Lexicon of Fashion, I just feel like that is such a broad theme, and I really discussed in depth the theme and the different interpretations of it in my previous video. So if you want to check that out, go ahead, or if you already did, great. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of clarify. I don't think it's a bad theme. I just think it was way too broad of a theme. Now, for my worst dressed, I do want to clarify a few things. Number one being that these are my opinions. I feel like I always have to iterate that. I am no fashion expert. I like fashion. I know a little bit about it, but by no means am I any kind of fashion expert. So take my opinions with a grain of salt. A lot of this has to do with personal style and personal opinions. Just because I say one thing, it literally doesn't mean much of anything. Just like with the best dressed, I did have to go and pick like my absolute worst, and basically the way I did that with best dressed, it's a little easier because I was able to kind of say like, okay, I like this better than this. With worst dressed, you're like, I hate this. So what I did basically was pick ones that I knew I would be able to talk about, and then of course just like whatever's the worst of the worst. So I'm not saying these were the only bad outfits or bad looks. I'm just saying these are ones I either found the absolute worst or I wanted to talk about. With that being said, again, like I don't hate any of these designers. I know that even on the ones that maybe don't look so good, those designers worked so hard and they honestly deserve so much credit. So there's no hate towards the designer, the fashion house, the label, anything like that. And then also the celebrities wearing it. Like some of them, I honestly don't know who they are. Others, you know, there's no hate or anything. It's all about the outfit. And sometimes it could be because of the theme or other aspects. Like there's some stuff that I'm like, maybe there's a situation where this would work, but this is not that situation. So let's just jump right in. First off, we have literally the entire cast of the Gossip Girl reboot. So let's start with Jordan Alexander. She plays, I think the girl's name is Zoya. I forget the character names. I've seen all the episodes, but I gotta say they're pretty unmemorable for me. But this dress just does not work for me. It looks like it's from like Shein or Shane, however you say it. Or like Romway, Fashion Nova. It doesn't look Met Gala. It doesn't look designer. It looks cheap. You can tell this bunchy fabric in the skirt. It's very wrinkled. It doesn't look like high quality fabric. The colors also don't make much sense together. They kind of look like maybe they ran out of fabric and just got the next color they could find. But there's no like color story or sense of the colors. I also think the styling of this is kind of bad. If you look very closely, the shade of green on the shoes is actually off from the like bodice of the dress, and it kind of just throws off the colors even more. They're not bad shoes. I think, not that I like this dress at all, but if I was going to be styling it, I probably would have black shoes with this. And I don't like that chunky necklace. It's a gorgeous necklace, but with this particular look, I don't think it goes. The one thing I'll say is decent is her makeup. But again, the makeup actually, if you look very closely, has purple. And I love a good purple eye. I think somebody who did that great this year was Camila Cabello. But there's not much purple in this dress. There's like this pinkish color in it. But I feel like the color story is just so off. The train also looks a little bit sad. There were some dresses with these beautiful, gorgeous trains, and this train just looks like maybe the fabric started unraveling and that's what it was left. And again, one of the big themes of a lot of these looks is that I don't see the connection with the theme, and maybe there is some kind of connection. I honestly don't know who the designer is. It could have been that she went with an American designer, but I wish that there would have been a little creativity in incorporating the theme in some way or another. So the next Gossip Girl cast member we have is Evan Mock. I'm confused, and a lot of these worst dress looks have left me confused. I don't get the meaning behind the mask. I wish there was some cool connection to the theme. Maybe that would make me appreciate it a little bit more, but as far as I see, it's kind of, maybe he thought this was like a styling choice or this was gonna make it like fashionable. I don't get it. It just kind of doesn't work for me. I think the shorts look bad. This is the Met Gala, it's not Walmart. Like, if he thought that was creative, it's not the move he thinks it was. Like, I just genuinely don't like the shorts, and maybe I could have gotten past the mask if he wasn't wearing shorts. The safety pins, it's been done. That's not unique. It's a little bit outdated, a little bit cheap looking too. Also, if you notice, and this is like a really close detail, but these socks are mismatched. I'm not living for that. It's like a very small detail, but I think with all the other bigger details that just kill the look, the mismatched socks truly are like the last stab. Also, again, I don't see a connection to the theme. Maybe there's some kind of concept in the mask that connects to the theme, but right off the bat, I don't get it. Even doing research, I like tried to figure out the meaning. I don't get it. I don't like it. The styling is bad. Everything about this, even right down to like the giant cuff sleeves and the chunky rings that he's wearing. Sorry, the camera cut out, but I was saying it's not good. Like, I just don't get it. I want to get it. It doesn't necessarily mean that because I don't get something, I don't like it. It's just that I don't like this and I don't get it, and I just dropped my iPad. And I don't know anybody that did get it, so sorry. Next up, we have Whitney Peek, and it was a little bit difficult for me to put her on this worst dressed look because if I'm being totally honest, she's not one of the absolute worst dressed, but she joins her fellow Gossip Girl cast members in this not so great look, or not so great Met Gala looks. First off, she did try. I'll give her that. I think she tried harder than her cast members, but it looks frumpy. She's young. I think she's actually the youngest of the cast. I don't know her actual age, but she's young. I mean, at most, she's like in her early 20s. And this just looks frumpy. It looks like it was made for an old lady. It looks like something I would expect, I don't know, somebody in their like 50s to wear. It's also nothing special or unique. This is the Met Gala, and I love to see creativity and innovation and new fashion trends, and this is nothing special. I'm pretty sure somebody's mother-in-law wore this to their wedding, so not great. It's also, I think, and I can't quite pinpoint it like with some of the other looks, but it looks ill-fitting. I think it has to do with how big the skirt is. It's almost like it's consuming her, but not in a good way. Big skirts are not bad, but this particular dress, I don't know. It just looks like it's overwhelming her body. And then her makeup, I don't really get this like lime green or neon green eyeliner. I just don't think it really fits with the rest of the look. So yeah, and then I do, one thing I do want to say is I love her natural hair. I love how that looks. I love the makeup on its own. I even think that Jordan Alexander could have worn this makeup with her green dress and it would have made sense, but the whole everything together doesn't quite make sense to me. And so in general, these 3 looks, I wanted to kind of talk about them together for a second. First of all, I hate to be this person, and I know I said I'm not going to hate on any celebrities, and I'm not doing that. I'm just genuinely questioning why they're at the Met Gala. Like, I hate to be like this, but the Gossip Girl reboot, like, obviously people know about it, and Gossip Girl itself is iconic, but I don't think anybody really truly knows these 3 actors. I don't think they've reached quite that level of fame yet, and it's not to say that they don't have the talent to do so. It's just saying that at this moment in time, like, I just don't see them as, like, household names. Their show, like, their first major project, which is this show, like, just happened this year. I know, like, for example, Olivia Rodrigo just became big this year, but she became big to where she's, like, a household name, whereas these 3 are not quite at that level yet. So the only thing I can think of is, like, obviously Gossip Girl and New York and fashion, it all goes. So they wanted to have, like, some Gossip Girl representation at the Met Gala. Okay, but their outfits, like, I'm just gonna be super harsh for a second and super straight up, and I always try to be really nice on this channel, but I'm just gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. Their outfits are almost as unforgettable as their show, and I have notes here, and I literally wrote those exact words. Sorry, but Blair Waldorf would not approve. Serena van der Woodsen would not approve. Heck, even Jenny Humphrey would not approve. They could have done so much more. I mean, Gossip Girl is known for being a show that deals with fashion. Clearly, I mean, I know they don't choose their outfits for the show, and honestly, the reboot doesn't have as iconic outfits as the show, but I just feel like they could have done more. Next up, we have Addison Ray. I'm not gonna hate on her for being at the Met Gala. I know a lot of people were like, why is this TikToker at the Met Gala? I mean, she does a little bit of music and acting and stuff too, and I actually feel like she's maybe more famous than the Gossip Girl cast. But what I am going to hate on a little bit is this dress. First of all, if you haven't seen the picture, Kourtney Kardashian, look it up. I'm not going to put it here, but Kourtney Kardashian wore the same dress for Christmas. I actually think it looked better on Kourtney, but with that being said, I don't like this dress at all. Literally looks like something from Fashion Nova. I probably could go to the Fashion Nova website and find an exact replica of this, even prior to her wearing it. It's unoriginal. Like I said, Kourtney already wore it. The styling also I'm not a fan of, especially these chunky bracelets that she's wearing. I don't know, I don't feel like they go with the look. And then one thing I actually meant to say on the last ones as well is I don't see a connection to the theme. The only thing I could possibly like take as a connection to the theme is maybe that it's red, America, red, but that's a real stretch. And I really don't know if she even meant it that way. So I would have liked to have seen her connected to the theme in some way. I also don't love the fit of it. I feel like it could have been tailored a little better to her body. It honestly does look like maybe she borrowed it from Kourtney. I don't think they're the same size, but it doesn't look like it was made to fit her. It doesn't look like it fits her like a glove. It looks a little loose in some areas. Even the way like these little sleeve things are, one of them looks a little like kind of bunched up. I'm just not loving it. That's all I'll say about it though. Next up we have Natalia Bryant. I have no words. What was the concept? That's what I want to know. What was the concept here? Like, what was the vision? What were they going for? Whatever it was, I don't think, like, I don't think the execution worked. And I really can't even see what the concept was supposed to be. I also don't know what the connection to the theme is. She's, like, literally an IMG model, and they have her, like, inside this egg-looking thing. Like, they could have done so much more for her. They did her so dirty. Even those chunky heels look like something someone would wear to a prom or a homecoming dance. It does not look like Met Gala. And I gotta say, this giant floral sequins looks so cheap. Like, I don't know who designed this, but I just don't like it. Like, the giant floral sequins, I think, is what did it for me. They could have done so much better. Even, I maybe even could have excused the giant floral sequins and these like prom heels if it didn't have that silhouette. she deserves so much better. Next up, we have J Balvin. Look, I'm sorry. Like, I wanted to love this. Like, he's Latino. Love Latinos at the Met Gala. It's Moschino. Moschino, if you guys don't know, and Jeremy Scott and Moschino are my favorite label, favorite designers. And this just is not it. Like, I'm so disappointed. Like, honestly, if I was going to the Met Gala, I would want Moschino and Jeremy Scott to design something for me, depending on the theme. I also have a few other brands or designers that I really love. But Moschino is my absolute favorite brand. Like, ask anyone who knows me. I literally have a Pinterest board of hundreds of Moschino looks. I, like, have Moschino purses and other pieces from Moschino that I love. But this is just not it. And I gotta say, before I even get into the details of this specific look, and I hate saying it, it like breaks my heart, but Moschino and Jeremy Scott made several looks for this year's Met Gala, and I gotta say, they all flopped. Like, I'm just gonna be honest, they all flopped. I love Moschino, but it just wasn't it this year. And they actually have a collection that I actually thought I would see somebody in, or in something similar, of basically like a play on junk food and fast food and chain restaurants in America, and or I guess not in America, but just in general. And I really thought somebody would wear something from that collection, but this is just not good. Like, first of all, the mask ruins the look for me. Like, is he robbing a bank? I did hear that, I mean, obviously COVID, and then I also heard he kind of has anxiety, and I think he like actually left the carpet early, or the stairs. But this mask just ain't it. Like, I think that probably killed the look more than anything else. There's a lot going on, like all the chains as well. I know those are very like J Balvin staple, but I'm not here for it. I don't see the connection to the theme. Moschino did a lot of floral this year. This is, if you look close enough, I believe flowers or floral, and it's just not good. I really feel like it could have been something, but it just like missed the mark. I gotta move on from that. Next up, and I really questioned whether or not to put them on this list, but ultimately I did have a place for them. But we have Justin and Hailey Bieber. Look, if this was what they wore to the VMAs or another, like an award show of some sort, great. This is the Met Gala. First of all, okay, wait, before I even get into the outfit itself, why is she wearing sunglasses? Why is Hailey wearing sunglasses on the red carpet? Or not, it's not a red carpet, I keep calling it that, but it's not. But why is she wearing sunglasses? Also, I just feel like it's way too basic for the Met Gala. Like, there's nothing going on. This is a basic black dress. I'm pretty sure almost everybody has this in their closet. And then let's just talk about Justin for a second. This is actually from his own fashion brand. I'm not loving it. It's basic, but most of the men go basic. But the reason it's on this list is because I think the pants are very ill-fitting. I think it was supposed to be a stylistic choice, but it just doesn't translate well. And then I think that what makes his look the worst is these shoes. Again, those are from his fashion brand, but I don't know. They don't go. Hailey looks basic. And Justin just, I don't know what's going on. The fit, the shoes, not working for me. Next, we have Irina. I don't know how to say her last name. I think you say it Shike. I don't know. I honestly gotta say I don't actually know who she is. But this is another Moschino. I was gonna say dress, but let me just call it a mess. It looks cheap, and I'm really disappointed in Moschino because, like I said, I love their work. Specifically the flowers on the bodice of the dress that are like really just covering her breasts, I think the placement of them, like they don't look good. I think Lily Reinhart did floral much better than this, and even Anna Wintour's floral dress wasn't my favorite, but I think it was better than this. And then as well, the sheer dress, I think Kendall Jenner did that much better. I think even Zoe Kravitz did it better. There was a bunch of those sheer dresses. Megan Fox the night before at the VMAs. So I'm not loving this. It looks cheap. The floral doesn't work. The sheer dress look doesn't work. It's just doing nothing for her. Next, we have Naomi Osaka. I had a lot of mixed feelings about this. At first, I thought I liked it. Then the more I looked at it, I just started hating it. She was one of the co-chairs of the event, so I really expected more from her. Amanda Gorman, Billie Eilish, for sure, and even Timothy Chalamet, just who were the other co-chairs, by the way, that's why I'm naming them, just had much better looks than her. There's like way too much going on. This hair looks either unfinished or just like a really bad concept. It actually reminds me, if you ever saw Rugrats, Angelica had this doll called the Cynthia doll. If you haven't seen it, just look it up. It had that hair. Like, I'm not loving it. Then I think the top part, kind of with that braiding, could have been okay, but it's just that stuff sticking out to the side for me. The makeup, it doesn't look bad, but I'm not loving it. I think there's just so much going on. I don't see the connection to the theme here either. I think that the red really clashes with the rest of the dress. It's got blues and purples and pinks, and I think that kind of worked with the black, but then when you added the red in, it was kind of just another color. It threw it off. And then the shoes, not my favorite. I could have looked past them if everything else wasn't so bad. I think the dress is strapless, but this kind of cape thing has this like halter, and it's kind of just thick, and the straps look awkward. Yeah, I'm not here for it. Okay, next we have Frank Ocean. And like I said, I have some notes that I wrote here, which is why I keep looking down, by the way. My notes here literally say, I'm confused. Is that Shrek's baby? And why? Like, I don't know what the concept was supposed to be, but anything that generally creeps me out or just like makes my skin crawl is usually gonna make the worst dress. I mean, you can creep me out in a good way, but this kind of just creeps me out in a way of where like I would probably try to avoid him the whole night. Why is he carrying this baby? Why does it look like one of Shrek's babies? What's happening? The green hair, I don't get it. I don't know if there's a connection to the theme. I don't think I want to get it. I think we just need to move on. Next we have Debbie Harry. Again, I'm sorry, I don't know who this is, but I'm disappointed. First of all, Zach Posen should have known better. I knew people were going to go to him for the Met Gala because he is an American designer and the theme and whatnot. I thought people would be choosing American designers. So I think Zach Posen should have known better. I think the concept was good, especially the theme connection. This is one of the few on this list that actually I can see the connection to the theme. But it was a good concept, but very poorly executed. It kind of looks unfinished. I know it's intentional, but it looks unfinished, or like it was like in a bad accident. It reminds me of like a bad parade float. The necklace clashes. I don't get this, like it's like a yellow goldy color. Don't think it works. And then I mean the denim, it looks, I don't know, the denim part is okay. Lupita Nyong'o did denim much better, but it's just this skirt it's just not there for, like, I just don't love it. I'm not there for it. Again, decent concept, poor execution. Zach Posen should have known better. Next up, we have Kim Kardashian. Now, she made some best dressed lists. And look, I'm okay with her not being on every worst dressed list, but I'm kind of confused as to why she is on best dressed lists. Look, what was the concept? I've heard some different, I don't know if they're theories or if it's been confirmed. One of the things I heard was that apparently she thinks she's so iconic that literally, like, she's an iconic, I guess, American figure, that even just her silhouette is recognizable. I don't know if that's really egotistical or a kind of fun take on the theme, but I also don't think that's what she was doing here. There was also theories that this had something to do with Kanye's album, which, okay, I guess, but also they're divorced, kind of weird, I don't know. I think the biggest thing for me is, like, another one where I'm like, is she gonna rob a bank? She looks creepy, it's creeping me out. Also, I don't know how she can see. She looks like she's straight out of a horror movie, and it's not like really scaring me like that creepy Shrek baby was, but it's confusing me. Like, is that even Kim Kardashian? Do we even have like a confirmation that that's her? And like, seriously, little sister Kendall, just like, was one of the best dressed and so far outshined her. Like, does this not embarrass her? And last but not least, we have Kim Petras. Another one. Let me just read you my notes, because some of these, like, I can't even begin to, like, I just put, what am I looking at? Why? Literally, why? There's a horse on her chest. That's not flattering. I can kind of see the theme connection. Horses, America, Western, cowboys. Like, I kind of get it. But, like, who would willingly wear this and why? Like, again, there's a concept. There is a concept, but the execution just was not there. I think the horse on the chest looks very costumey, but not in a good way. It's giving me like a bad Halloween costume. I think the, I want to say it's creative to use the hair as the tail, but I also want to say it's really weird. Like, I don't know. And the skirt, or the whole thing really, because she does have like a top part of the dress behind the horse head, has like oh no, it's floral patterns all over it. It's not good. It's like, there's so much I could say about it, but also I'm like at a loss for words. I think I'll just leave it at that. Like, that's all I'll say about this. But yeah, that was all of my worst dressed, actually. Like I said, they're not the only ones I thought were badly dressed. There were a lot, and I know I mentioned like Hailey Bieber and Justin Bieber on here, and with them, the main thing was just that it was very basic, not unique, not original. There were a lot of looks like that. I think one that comes to mind right now right off the bat is Kris Jenner. There was nothing necessarily wrong with her look, but it was just very basic, and there was a lot like that. A lot of red dresses also that I thought were just like very basic and very overdone. Black dresses, very basic, very overdone. And so many men who didn't even try. They put on a tux and called it a day. Yeah, I mean, look, a lot of these tried. E for effort. That's all I'll say. Again, these were just my opinions. I would love to hear in the comments what your worst dressed were. Tomorrow I will be back for part 2 of my best dress, which will include some looks from the after parties. It's going to be a great video, so make sure that you watch that. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Give this video a big thumbs up. Comment down below your worst dressed or even your best dressed. Subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so you'll be notified every time I post a video. Please hit that notification bell so you'll be notified when tomorrow's video goes up. Hopefully you are seeing this video today, which is Thursday, because I mean, these videos take a lot for me to edit, so I hope I can edit it today. Anyway, thank you so much for watching.